Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cloud9 Blessings. This is Amber, and I hope that you are all having a very beautiful and blessed day. Thank you all so much for joining me here on the channel. If you have had a rapture dream, vision, tribulation dream, or even a near-death experience that you would like to share with the channel and have made into a video, please email it to cloud9blessings@gmail.com. You are also more than welcome to email it in by audio. The first dream that I will be sharing with you today was emailed in by our dear sister in Christ, Kami, where she shares with us what she saw that took place during the rapture and some of the things that took place right after. And in her email, it says, I had this dream a few months ago, and my dream started off where I was outside at a public place, and it was a beautiful day out, and people were around everywhere. They were doing many things. Some were even in large groups of families that were eating, and I was walking around and looking. I then saw myself standing in a line to get a drink. Next thing I know is I see clouds coming in, and they started getting brighter and brighter. I looked around to see if anyone else noticed what was going on, and it seemed like no one was paying attention. I had so much joy and I was smiling, but I couldn't hold it in anymore. And I started laughing. I said, "It's him. It's really Jesus, and he's coming." It was amazing. I was full of excitement. I took another look around, and people then began to look very confused and worried. I then felt myself going up, and at the same time, the whole sky turned very dark, and all of a sudden, it was on fire. It was dark red and orange in color. It was burning, but was not like a fire in a fireplace. It was like a picture of what brimstone looks like. And I could tell it was supernatural fire that was very, very hot. I then noticed people started to run and tried to hide anywhere. Some were hiding behind other people. Some were hiding behind tables, behind stop signs, in their cars, but no place was safe. I then saw these huge boulders of rocks falling down like a hailstorm. They were very large, and some even looked similar to the rocks in Arizona mountains, like the size of cars and even bigger ones. I remember that I had so much peace considering what was going on, along with joyous feelings of happiness and love. I saw the people running around without direction, full of fear. They were crying and scared to the point of passing out. As the first rocks were hitting the earth, I suddenly had woken up. God bless you all from your sister in Christ, Kami. Thank you so much, Kami, for sharing your rapture dream with the channel. Next rapture dream that I will be sharing with you was emailed in by our dear sister in Christ, Diana, and in her email it says, about a few months ago, somewhere in May or April, I had a dream where I was in my front yard and I was looking up into the sky when I realized the sky was very weirdly colored. It was orange, yellow, and red. And the neighborhood, from what I saw, seemed very silent. I found this odd because my neighborhood is usually very noisy. A lot of things then went through my mind as I thought of what could be the cause of all this. But then suddenly I heard a trumpet sounding. The sound came from behind the clouds and the wind blew like crazy. Then I felt myself being lifted up into the air. But then I woke up. I was first very confused, but as I continued to read my Bible, I then realized what it meant. It meant that I needed to try and warn as many people as I could, and that the Lord is coming. From your sister in Christ, Diana. Thank you so much, Diana, for sharing your very encouraging rapture dream with the channel. The next dream that I will be sharing with you was emailed in by our dear sister in Christ, Becky. And in Becky's email, it says, "First of all, thank you for sharing one of my dreams before. I enjoy watching, and you do such a great job at getting the word out. This dream came around the year 2019. I live in between huge mountains, and in my dream, I was standing in my backyard. I was looking into the sky waiting because I felt and knew something was very different about this day. I then noticed myself wearing a beautiful white gown that was flowing in the wind. I then saw Jesus coming in the clouds with glory. Jesus had his arms opened like he was on the cross as he pulled the clouds behind him. These clouds and Jesus were unlike anything I had ever seen or known. The colors were more like pastels, like a painting. I could see the Christians in the clouds, moving as they floated in the clouds as Jesus pulled across, as he lifted those who were his up to the sky. Jesus moved in strength and royalty, pure royalty. He is God, no doubt. I knew he was moving above where I was. I was waiting to be lifted up to take my place in the clouds of glory with my heavenly family. If only people could see how this looked, it would never leave their minds, and it has never left my mind as well. Thank you for sharing my dream. From your sister in Christ, Becky." Thank you so much, Becky, for sharing this beautiful rapture dream with the channel. It gives me so much encouragement and hope as well in these end times. 1 Corinthians 15:58. "Therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord." John 16:33. "These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world." Thank you for watching, brothers and sisters. I hope that this video truly blesses each and every one of you. God bless.